Monday. We're getting a lot of progress done with TY's car. This is his frame. Like when we go back to saying we're building cars from scratch, you know, like every aspect of a car, rear end, pinion angle is done. This car, as you know, if you follow the channel, is being built to race. DONK Racing's popularity is kind of picked up, so this is something that he's building. He's a natural racer at heart. He has several race cars, but never had a DONK racer. So if you see the rear end, it's a Moser rear end, but it has the support bar that they offer. It's a definitely a high end. He have over 2,000 horsepower motor being built for it, so the frame, the rear end, everything has to be supportive of something like that.
Basically what we've done is we've taken where they did the original modification, which was done strictly for racing. It had no cosmetic appeal to it at all. It was done, you know, the way it was going to be just a basic race car. The car's now going to be a show race car and a daily drive, but besides, now it needs fine tuning. So we stiffened everything up more than what it had once we found out its horsepower was going to exceed 2,000 horsepower. We stiffened the frame up more. We're going to add a couple more plates here and there to give a little bit more stiffness and give enough clearance for the slicks. All that we're doing now, we're going to go down and get the metal for that. We got to fancy grind everything, clean it up, flip it over, grind and weld the bottom of it, make fancy gussets. We're going to make it pretty. It's going to be strong as a bear. It's going to take the horsepower. It's not going to flex. He might bitch a stiff ride a little bit, but the car ain't going to jump. The car's going to launch.
We would prefer to start from scratch and do our back half kit our way, but if you happen to have something that's, you know, 50% done, we can kind of finish it off the right way. And this is a pure example of that. So we're gonna load up, we're gonna hit Arrow Metal up, which is our supply store, get all the gussets and whatever Mr. Richmond need, and we'll come back and finish it up. Stay tuned, man.
How many parking spaces is that guy out back there? There's a long one, boys. Oh, yeah, sit and wait. Last time I came in here, the gussets were 75 cents a piece. That was about 4 years ago. The prices of steel gone through the roof.
How much are they now?
3 something.
So what are you cutting out of that thing?
The end caps for where the tube is, where the new setup meets the old in the back section. I'm going to make a nice cap out of this. Cut it, split it, cap it on each side, weld it up nice and clean. Just make it look pretty.
getting close to being done with the reinforcement and metalwork on TY's DONK Racing chassis. If you look here where the original weld lines are, this was a 2-inch support bracket behind the original chassis plate. They cut out the original chassis plate for clearance for the deeper wheel tubs and basically reinforced it on the back just with this piece. Where all of that was open, all of this was open, it wasn't nice, this complete top wasn't here. So what we did was basically made pieces to fill in the gaps and then welded in the corner with nice, you know, thick metal, sharp, everything's gonna be grinded down smooth. So you actually got double the reinforcement now. You got, you know, twice as much strength on the back half of that chassis, which is where you're gonna need it with the type of horsepower that he got. A lot of this stuff, if you remember the old videos, was open, it was gapped. Now we put another piece of plate to, you know, basically seal everything up, welded all that in smooth. We put the gussets on the inside of the tire wheel, more additional strength, as well as reinforcing the suspension bar. That's a part of the 4-link that was added to the vehicle. This is not the original setup of the suspension. He went with a more robust 4-link design to sustain the type of powers that he's gonna put in, which is why we had to do all this reinforcing. So once again, this is another car that we took over a build from. Somebody tried to do it. We had to do it the right way. So that's what we building our brand on at VTSV Auto, making sure we do it the right way under any circumstance. Sometimes it's gonna be a lot more hours involved and the cost of it is definitely gonna get up when you're going at it in that magnitude. But when you want it done the right way, we're your team. We can get it done under any circumstance. So, and FYI, everybody doesn't have to build a car like this. We also can build budget-friendly cars. If somebody just want a paint job, don't take it off the frame, put you some rims on it, you can stay under $20,000 like that, easy. You know, like, so it's not every car is a $50,000 frame off restoration. You got to put another 10 grand into your frame. No, that's what this customer wants. You know, whatever you desire for your car, from mile to wow, we can get it done here at VTSV Auto. So don't feel pressured as if only we do celebrity vehicles. We just have the ability to do celebrity vehicles as well. But we also do the, you know, the common build, whatever it is, because I myself was a customer and I built cars from the ground, you know, starting in my initial days. I never took it off the frame. I never went this far. So I've developed and I've grown into this, you know, frame of a builder now, but it took time to do that. So wherever you are, you know, we can touch base with you. We can accommodate you as well. So VTSV Auto, keep us in mind for your next automotive.